Frightening picture here in America. And now to the other arresting image today, this one playing out overseas. Frightening scenes out of Egypt tonight. Supporters there of the ousted President Mohamed Morsi facing off against the military. Things then turn chaotic, soldiers firing shots directly into the crowd of presidential supporters. And then as the day wore on, all over the city, as you can see, fires breaking out. Tonight, our coverage of the crisis in Egypt as we ask, could this now lead to all-out civil war? ABC's Alex Marquardt is live for us in Cairo again tonight. Alex, good evening.
Good evening, David. It was a tense day here in Egypt that erupted tonight. That anger against the military for ousting the country's first democratically elected president turned deadly, and many here are afraid it could just be the beginning of a bloody wave of violence.
Battles in the streets of Cairo tonight. Supporters and opponents of the deposed president exchanging gunfire, rocks, and Molotov cocktails. The army eventually arrived, but here and in clashes elsewhere, at least 17 people were killed, dozens more wounded. In one city far from Cairo, the army opened fire as supporters of Mohamed Morsi prayed, sending them running for their lives. It was a day Morsi's supporters had dubbed the Friday of rejection, rejecting the military takeover. Earlier, an angry crowd surged toward the military compound they say is holding Morsi, who hasn't been seen publicly since his arrest on Wednesday night. "Hit me here, this man shouted at the soldiers. Then, shots rang out. 3 were killed. Hundreds of thousands of Morsi's furious supporters turned out across Egypt today.
We elected him and we want him back. Morsi is still my president. Morsi is still my president.
It's just this barbed wire that separates hundreds of armed soldiers from these thousands of Morsi supporters. The clerics are trying to keep them calm, telling them to sit down to show that they mean to be peaceful. But things could change very quickly.
The spiritual head of the Muslim Brotherhood, Morsi's party, told supporters to be willing to sacrifice themselves for Morsi.
People are not going to go. They are surrounding the Republican Guard's headquarters until their president is handed over to them, and they will take their president back into the presidential palace.
Neither side is showing signs of backing down, and that could have ripple effects that go well beyond Egypt. Some 2 million barrels of oil pass through Egypt's Suez Canal every day, and the violence there has driven prices up just 7% this week, which could soon be felt at the pump.